On Friday 19th June 2026, in Nifty, intraday movement was for the most of the session sideways with very low momentum throughout the session up till 2:55 p.m. and then there was a partial recovery and the price closed above the open, giving the sense of bullish sentiment in the upcoming week. But whether we get the bullish movement in next week, that is to be seen. So let me take you to my screen and I'll show you the yes, this is the Nifty price movement on Friday. You can see most of the session up till 12:55, that is 1 p.m. the price respected our key level 23,940. Then there was a liquidity sweep, again price respected, recovered above this, again there was a liquidity sweep, and then in the final part of the session there was a steep recovery and price closed above the open. Opening was how much? Opening was 23,991 and the price closed just about 24,042, closed about 24,000. Now whether the 24,000 level sustains next week, that is to be seen. So this was the Nifty. Let me show you what happened in Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, almost the same story. You can see up to 12:55 the price respected, then there was a liquidity sweep, recovery, and then there was again the support exactly at 57,550 and then there was a closing above, closing at 57,714. Now this closing is below the opening, so if you go to one day it is a kind of red candle. Now these were the key levels which I gave you on Thursday. That's how the key levels have performed. Now let's go and see what are the key levels for tomorrow, that is 22nd June. So this is Bank Nifty, price closed at 57,714. You can see the cluster of two closely spaced key levels, 57,550 and 57,600. This 50-point zone will act as a support. If the price opens below this zone or after breaking down below this zone, if the price sustains below this zone, it can become a valid resistance. For upside we have 57,910, 58,280 and then 58,930. These are the key levels for upside. Downside we have 57,130 and then 55,920. Now if the price goes below 57,130, it is highly unlikely that in the single day price touching the 55,920. So if the price goes below 57,130, you can expect closing somewhere between this zone, somewhere below 57,130. This is for Bank Nifty and this is the Nifty. Price closed at 24,042. These 24,120, 24,170, 50 point will be the resistance zone. If the price opens above this zone is likely to hold. And after this, the 24,360 is the next key level. Now, will we have the enough momentum for the price to reach 24,360? That is to be seen on the Monday. Okay, so you can see these are the voids, these are the high momentum zone. If the price opens above 24,170, price is likely to touch 24,360. But if the price does not sustain about 24,170 or 24,120, then it is likely to close below this. For downside, we have 23,950 and 23,910 40-point zone. Again, this is very large, very large void. So if the momentum is high enough in a bearish direction, then only we can expect price to go for 23,350 in a single day. This is the Nifty. Just take a snapshot of this. So that's it from my side. I'll see you tomorrow.